Okay, I don't know. My camera's in weird settings. Maybe this will not be watchable. I don't know. My camera's doing some weird shit. Ran out of time in the last one. I'm gonna try my best to be time conscious on this one and get my full opinions out. Glass. Okay, I was very much anticipating this movie. I saw a Split in theaters and I thought it was great all the way through. And then the ending threw me for a loop because I had never seen or really heard of Unbreakable. I enjoy a lot of M. Night Shyamalan's work, not all of it, like most people. He's a very mixed bag director. I love The Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense really was a movie that changed my life. Um, what other M. Night Shyamalan movies that I see? Come to think of it, wow, I'm blanking on M. Night Shyamalan's filmography right here on the spot review. Well, so I really enjoyed Split, so I went back and watched Unbreakable, and I enjoyed Unbreakable even more. I'd say Split is a very good movie, and Unbreakable is an amazing movie. That's how I compare the two. And when I found out they're connected, I got very excited because they made Glass, and it felt very rushed out. It took like a year between the twist reveal of was it a year or was it 2 years? It was probably it may have been it was 2 years. Yeah, 2 years for him to turn out a Glass, and I think it's because he wrote most of Glass as a sequel to Unbreakable. That's what happened. He didn't plan originally on making Split, and he was just going to have Unbreakable and then Glass. And I think what happened is that he realized, oh shit, we need a whole movie to flesh out the Horde. So we're going to do that. And Split was very good in that context. And um, I am a huge sucker. I have to admit, I am a huge sucker for grounded, reality-based superhero stories. Resonate very heavily with me. I'm very much attached to them. So I was extremely excited for Glass, and I got a little nervous when all the reviews were coming out saying this was absolute trash, terrible movie, and like Shyamalan's back with this garbage, and I'm like, oh no, did he really do this? Did he really build up anticipation for 20 years and finally it came out as a disaster? No, he didn't. People are stupid. The audiences are stupid. Everyone's stupid. This movie was incredible. This movie was amazing. If it had come out last year, it would definitely crack my top five. It was absolutely incredible. And obviously, don't get me wrong, it had some issues. There were some weird decisions, writing decisions that you'll understand where I'm like, well, not plot decision. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to talk about the plot, and I didn't. I loved the plot, but there was like some weird little like little things in the decision making of the film. I'm like, wait, what? Why would they do that? No, wait, what are they doing? Like there were some things like that. And I feel like the critics took that and ran with it to rail on Shyamalan, and I don't think that's justified at all. I thought this was a masterpiece. Honestly, it was absolutely incredible, and it was the perfect conclusion to M. Night Shyamalan's vision with this trilogy of a grounded superhero narrative. And I feel like the big twist of this movie, the M. Night Shyamalan twist of this movie, perfectly climaxes everything he was trying to say over the course of the three movies. And if people don't see that, I don't get it. People were hating on the twist. I don't get it at all. I think it was like, whoa, this is what he was trying to do all along. This is incredible. And it was absolutely incredible. I know I'm just saying it was incredible over and over again. I mean, James McAvoy, he didn't get an Oscar for Split. He's not going to get an Oscar for this, but boy, does he deserve it. His performance as the Horde is career defining. It's absolutely incredible the way he switches between all his different personality and moment. Listen, there's a lot more long takes in this movie with no cuts, no back and forth, where he's switching personalities without cutting. And I'm like, whoa, shit! And you could tell by his mannerisms, his demeanor, his vocal inflections that he's doing it. And that was obviously a compliment of Split, but it's also a major compliment here. Samuel L. Jackson, incredible as Glass, always a pleasure. Well, I agree with most people that Bruce Willis is definitely phoning it in for this movie. He wasn't bad, but he just did what he needed to do to get his paycheck. He wasn't really invested, it's so to say. But I think just the way this movie concludes literally sent chills down my spine. Like this was an incredible conclusion and to the narrative that he was trying to get across over these three films over 20 years. And you could tell that this was the original idea he had in mind. When he was writing Unbreakable did it come out late 90s, early 2000s? I can't remember exactly. That was all those years ago. So honestly, I don't understand why people are flipping out. Obviously, there's a lot of issues, like small issues, but they're nitpicks. They're small issues. And I don't understand why critics are taking these and just to rail on Shyamalan here. This movie is a must-see. It is a masterpiece, and obviously you have to see the first two, but must-see.